About 6 months ago, something strange, a little bit concerning happened to me, and I've been trying to figure it out ever since. No, let's take a shortcut.
Oh, those are spiky. Ah! Ow! 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 It's in my ear.
This branch is normally lifted out of the way. The weight of the snow's pushed it down. It's like a door
Into another world. Ow!
I don't quite know what it is, but there's just something about, wait for it, that combination of snow and trees and sunlight that just makes me feel, it just makes me feel really happy, slightly euphoric, and I guess that's exactly what I wanted for this run, because about 6 months ago, something strange, a little bit concerning happened to me, and I've been trying to figure it out ever since. But to tell you about it, let's go take a shortcut. This is one of the trails that started my love of the outdoors, my love of adventures, because when I was still in primary school, whoa, my dad took me off the trail down there, up here and up into the trees, in what is probably my first memory of what I would call an adventure. I was just hooked by the concept that you could go off trail, you could go somewhere maybe that it almost seemed you weren't supposed to be there. You could hack your way through branches and you could have an entire other adventure while all the people who stick to the trails are just off and entirely oblivious. So every time I run past that gap, I just have this little wave of nostalgia. Oh, just listen. That's pretty special. Whoa, look at that. Oh, I can't stop smiling. I just love snow and trees. 6 months ago, I did a big race in Scotland. A lot of y'all know that. It's a 35-kilometre sky race, a mountain race, 2,500 metres in Scotland, Ring of Steel. Most difficult race I've ever done in my life. I trained the entire summer for it. I worked out that I probably spent about £500 in diesel just driving to the mountains to train for it. It was a big commitment and also a big investment in many ways too. But immediately following that race, the day after, because I was making a video about it, I hiked back up one of the mountains. Even though I wasn't, I was feeling pretty exhausted, to shoot extra drone footage. The day after that, I didn't leave my van the entire day. I was sick. And I was basically sick for probably 6 weeks, just kind of like achy, coldy. I have no idea what it was, but I didn't run once during that entire time. And the combination of feeling sick and the big event just meant that my desire to get out and run just wasn't there. And what I realised I should have done now, I should have just gone out. Even though I was a bit sick, even though I probably couldn't have done any distance, I should have just gone out and done a small run, but I left it too long. And by the time I started running again, I'd lost, like you lose a lot of training in 6 weeks. By the time I went out again 6 weeks later, I couldn't even do like a fairly basic hill run. Now part of that was because I'd had a chest infection, my lungs weren't great. But it just, yeah, I went out for this run and it just flattened me. It just flattened me, and in that moment, I completely lost my motivation to run and to train, and even my desire to do so. And it's been that way for 6 months until this snow fell today. I don't know what it is, but when I saw the snow this morning for the first time in 6 months, I just had this, ooh, I want to go for a run. I really want to go for a run. It wasn't I should go and have a run and see if I enjoy it. It was, I'm going out and I'm going to run and I'm going to love it. It's bizarre. It's literally like a drug to me when there's snow. It's just, I feel compelled to go and run in it. Running in snow and getting out in conditions is this. These are the conditions I love to run in the most. Always have done. And every time there's snow, I just want to go out. It doesn't matter it's cold. Doesn't matter I can't feel my toes. I can't feel my fingers. Sunshine and snow. It just makes me just It's a drugless high that I highly recommend. Jump! I have missed this. I've missed this fun aspect of running, going out and having an adventure, and that for me is going to be the future of running on this channel. I'm probably going to make less running videos going forward, and to be honest, I'm probably not going to be jumping back into them really soon. But what I want to do is I want my running videos to be more around running adventures, less about races and more about going out and exploring, maybe camping at the same time, fast packing, carrying my kit, going and seeing new areas. I think one of the other problems might be the fact that running, mountain running, has been the main thing I've concentrated on for the last 4 years at the expense of doing other things. The way I'm wired, I always get bored with something if I do it too long without a break, and I feel like I probably should have taken a bit more of a break with running sooner. So maybe it's no bad thing. The pandemic in many ways forced me to concentrate on running and nothing else because, you know, I was restricted. Because I think it kind of put this mental restriction on us. It sort of closed our horizons and made us feel more limited, even though we weren't necessarily limited. So now, 3 years later, I'm wanting to go out. I'm wanting to do stuff on bikes. I'm wanting to go out and do bike packing. I'm wanting to go out and do stuff on water, kayaking, paddleboarding, those kinds of things. A wider range of adventures, and I really hope if you came here for the running that you'll come along on those with me, because even if you don't think you enjoy them, I'm still going to try and take the same approach. And the approach has always been, it's never really about the activity, it's about the location, it's about the fun, it's about the experience. It's about falling on your backside, and it's about doing those things with interesting people. And that for me is what being in the outdoors is all about. I've just noticed I'm bleeding here, 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 and here. Running